It has been more than a decade since the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell. It was a discriminatory U.S. military policy that led to thousands of gay and lesbian service members being dishonorably discharged.
Well, now the Pentagon has launched an effort to right the wrongs of the past, but is it enough? Dan Krauth from our sister station WABC traveled to our nation's capital to find out.
For decades, thousands of men and women were kicked out of the military due to their sexual orientation. For the first time, the government's reviewing their files to correct their records, but some say their efforts don't go far enough.
I simply wanted to serve my country in uniform.
Tim Bergling thought he'd make an entire career out of serving in the Marine Corps.
I was just shy of 30 years old.
But he wasn't allowed to wear the uniform for long. A lot has changed in the decades since these photos were taken.
To have had my military service so curtailed prematurely wasn't something that I was happy about.
But one thing hasn't changed: his discharge papers. Faded but still visible.
I never told them I was gay. I never admitted I was gay.
After 6 years in the Corps, Bergling worked his way to sergeant, was serving in the Philippines when he says rumors about his sexuality sparked a military investigation.
It was a witch hunt because they had no real evidence to go on.
The military discharged him and put this in black and white on his official record. What was your reaction?
Bottom dropped out of my world.
They didn't just kick him out. He says the government deducted money from his income tax returns for years to come. He received a bonus when he signed up for the military, and they wanted it back.
That was very infuriating.
Thousands of veterans like him were discharged, denied access to health care, tuition assistance, home loans, even the honor of a military burial.
If we can fix some of that pain that was caused by the government, I think we should.
The Pentagon announced a first-of-its-kind plan to proactively review the cases of those discharged during Don't Ask, Don't Tell.
This is yet another step we're taking to make sure we do right by those who served honorably.
Do you think the government's doing enough to right the wrongs of the past?
I think they've made a really great first step, but the vast majority of these discharges for being gay have not been corrected.
The government's reviewing the files of a few thousand of those discharged between 1993 and 2011. But more than 100,000 LGBTQ veterans were discharged before that, like Bergling.
There are thousands of us who are in this boat.
In those cases, the veterans do have the option of applying to a military review board to upgrade their own records, but only 1 in 4 have done so.
I know I served honorably, but now there'll be a piece of paper that says that.
When he joined the military, he never thought he'd live to see the day he was allowed to get married, that people like him would be able to serve openly, and that all these years later, he could revisit his past to help him move forward. How do you feel about getting that done?
I think it will put a period on the sentence, and then I can just stop thinking about it.
Closure.
Closure.
Many groups of people were impacted by Don't Ask, Don't Tell, some groups more than others. African American women were discharged at almost 3 times the rate at which they serve in the military. Reporting from the nation's capital, Dan Krauth, Channel 6 Action News.